We present DimpVis, an interaction technique for exploring time-varying information visualizations by directly manipulating data objects of interest to navigate in time. Many types of data, such as financial data and census data, change over time. Time-varying charts are a powerful way to incorporate the time dimension into familiar visualizations. Temporal navigation controls, such as the time slider, are usually separated from the objects changing in a visualization. Therefore, answering spatial questions such as was this point ever at a certain position involves dragging the slider to find the temporal position while observing the changing point. Using DimpVis to find if and when a point existed at a certain position, the point can be dragged directly to that position. Therefore, the data object becomes the temporal navigation control. An analyst can keep her attention on the data item of interest in the context of the other data items while navigating time. Through direct manipulation, DimpVis can create a feeling of connection to the data items. DimpVis consists of two components, a hint path visualizing temporal changes of a data object and object-centric temporal navigation, invoked by dragging an object along its hint path. Temporal ambiguities occur when a data object does not change value for consecutive time points, such as a scatterplot point that doesn't change position. We insert interaction detours into the hint paths to navigate ambiguous regions. If a point doesn't change position for consecutive times, loops are inserted into the hint path. Dragging in the same direction will continue moving in the same direction in time. In addition to the scatterplot, we have designed DimpVis for navigating time-varying bar charts, pie charts, and heat maps. A bar's hint path is created by joining each height of the bar over time, forming a line chart of heights horizontally arranged in a timeline. By following the path, a bar is dragged vertically up and down to navigate time. At the same time, the path is horizontally translated to show the position in time. When a bar doesn't change height over consecutive time points, we draw small waves on top of the hint path. One arc of the wave encloses a single time point. To navigate one time point, the dragging should follow the wave. For the pie chart, each angle of a segment over time is placed on a different radius extending outwards from the pie chart's edge, and the angles are connected by paths. The segment can be dragged inwards and outwards along its hint path to navigate in time. The heat map's hint path shows the varying colors of a cell. The vertical position of a color on the hint path corresponds to its position on the heat map's color scale. Any cell can be dragged on top of vertically by following the hint path. DimpVis is intended for intuitive investigation of spatial queries such as was this bar ever at a height of 10? This data set shows total enrollment for each program at UIT from 2005 to 2011. Using DimpVis, I can first query the trend of a bar by revealing its hint path and then navigate to a moment in time when the bar has a certain height. For instance, if I want to know when computer science had the highest enrollment, I can quickly move to that year by dragging it. Here, I see that computer science is always increasing and reached its highest value in 2011. Despite the overall increasing trend of most bars, as I'm dragging, I notice that social sciences changes from increasing to decreasing. The hint path of social science reveals that enrollment decreases once in 2008. We performed a comparative evaluation between DimpVis, the time slider, and small multiple images for both the scatterplot and bar chart. Participants completed different types of tasks using each interaction technique. To complete a task, they were first presented with the task description. They were asked to read it over and then press the ready button to show the visualization. Using the technique, they were asked to find a moment in time that answers the question. For each task, we measured task completion time and error rate. Our results show that overall DimpVis for the scatterplot and bar chart is quantitatively competitive to the slider and small multiples. Additionally, DimpVis for the scatterplot was subjectively preferred and most enjoyed by participants. We presented DimpVis, an interaction technique for exploring time-varying information visualizations by directly manipulating data objects of interest to navigate in time.